religious leader. Still now, unanimously, even it may be E.B. Cowell, Keith, Deba, Wilson, Jolie, Jolius, Theodore Goldstucker, and various other commentators of the West, and even Radhakrishnan and other people of the East. They consider that only the monoism to be the philosophy, and philosopher is the monoistic propagator. And he is just a religious leader, and he is a theologist. For three reasons. One, he is giving form and name to a formless and nameless God. He is emphasizing Vishnu. This we can clearly answer. It is not only with Ramanuja, more than Ramanujacharya. Even in Bhagavad Gita, where the term Vaishnava has not been mentioned, it was Shankaracharya who put Vaishnava, Vaishnava, Vaishnava several times. Even in his Upanishad Bhashyas, wherever the name of the deity was not there, even in the case of cryptanimity, ambiguity, obscurity, and anonymity, he put Yidrisho Narayanakhyaha Vasudevakhyasya Vishnoho Paramam Padam Utkrishtam Sthanam Prapnoti Yesha Devo Vishnur Anantaha. These are all the extracts from Kathopanishad, Mundakopanishad, and Brihadaranyukopanishad, Antaryami Brahmana Bhashyas of Shankaracharya. More than Ramanuja, it was Shankaracharya who put Narayana, Narayana, Vasudeva, Krishna, and all of these things. Even he accepted Nirvishesha Chinmatra, just the existence of absolute wisdom to be the eternal entity. In Vyavaharika Disha, in mundane perception, he advocated Saguna Brahma, a formful, attributeful Brahman who is none but Vishnu. Likewise, Vallabhacharya, Nimbargacharya, Yadav Prakashacharya, even though they have a lot of variations in other tenets, unanimity in acceptance of supremacy of Vishnu was free from any doubt or confusion. And second thing is, he is giving prominence to putting tilak and initiation and lot of other physical gestures. Physical gestures are of three types. Number one, they are disciplinary programs for the beginners. They are self-regulatory programs for the practitioners. And for accomplishers even, they are for demonstration. Loka sangrahartham pradarshanam. Abhyasa sakshatkarana pradarshana. As a beginner, you do it as a practice. Then after becoming a practitioner, you do it for regulating yourself. Then even though you are accomplished, just do it for the sake of others to follow. Mama vartman vartante manushya bharta sarvashaha. It does not merely mean that Rama, Krishna, Prahlada, everybody they put Thiruman. Then where is the proof? We must not just go through Ramayana. There is no such statement that in Ramayana he brushed the teeth and all. We must not say that he did not brush. We must take from other scriptures. Nuktam anito grahi. In Vasishtha Dharmashastra, he quotes about Uddhava Mundra. Then Vasishtha must have put it. Because Manasya ekam, Vachasya ekam, Karmani ekam Mahatmana. He must have put it. If he could have put it, the same thing must be the following tradition of the Surya Vamsa, for whom he is the preceptor and primogenitor. He was the Acharya Kulaguru. Then Rama must have put it. And Garga Samhita, it has the initiation and Panchayat, Dharana, everything is there. Then Krishna must have put it. These things are to be derived and promulgated to the public. So he has not created something new. It is for self-disciplinary regulation that all of these things are made as a regulatory, disciplinary and demonstrative purposes. The third thing is idolatry. Everybody thinks that as if they are having all the etheric facilities of envisioning God inside, they think that God is everywhere and God is in me, then why to worship idols? Idol status is not the status which you have imagined and contributed. Your Namarupa Vyakarana, at the time of the cosmic creation, your name and form is offered by God. Who are you to offer name and form to God? Out of His own mercy, He has taken His form. It is aprakrita panchopashanmaya ichchagrihita divya mangala vigraha. Penta-material or penta-elemental, para-material, self-determined and designed, transcendental form of God in English. In Sanskrit, aprakrita panchopashanmaya swechchagrihita divya mangala vigraha. So he has taken his own form. He has simplified himself to make you accessible, to make you affordable to reach that divinity. Just as persons who are tall in nature, they bend to take somebody who is in a shorter form like a child. God himself assumed a form of a materialistic composition. Ye yatamam prapadyante tamstataiva bhajamyaham. It is for Archavatara. Even in Rigveda, we have shloka, Ato yaddaru pragate for Puri Jagannatha, and Arayi Kane Vikate Green Gacha for Trivengadamale. We have references for temples and Archavatara and their worship. That is known as Kalyana Tamam Rupam. The auspicious form of God is really there. The form of God itself is auspicious, so it is known as Kalyana Rupam. That is Bhagavat's Rupam and Rupam. And second thing is Kalyana Taram Rupam, where he has simplified himself in the form of Vibhava Avatara, came here, mixed with all people and contributed to their emancipation. When he became Archavatara, totally Archaka Paradhina, Bhakta Paradhina, his body was glorified, his form was glorified by the enlightened souls as Kalyana Tamarupa. So, Paramapurusha Paratva Vyuha Rupas are not accessible, they are mere Kalyana. And when he descended, that is semi-accessible to few and few times. So that is Kalyana Tararupam, and Archavatara and Acharya Avatara is Kalyana Tamam Rupam, so says the Veda, so glorifies the Vedas. That is how we have to do these things to establish and vindicate our philosophy and repudiate the murk that is there. All Acharyas, great people, they are self-illuminous, but the luminosity is clouded by a murky net and sheath that must be totally extirpated. That must be reduced into ashes by the truthful, real followers. If they really follow, it is a bounded duty, primary duty to do that. Now, total getting into media itself is idiotic. Totally avoiding media is lunatic. So, we must take a proper way of getting into the media system. And second is establishing institutes of social service. Consider the society. That's what Krishnamacharya used to say. Already we are told in association that if you ignore the society, society will ignore you. Newton's third law. And the third thing is to establish traditional and technical methods of imparting knowledge, like EduSat, e-learning, info school, vocation classes, part-time classes, correspondence classes, etc. We have to establish. That is revival of Vaishnavism. Number two, very essential, is conflict resolution in courts, in streets, in villages. Everywhere it is there. Intra-conflict resolutions and inter-conflict resolutions. Intra-conflict resolutions are abundant between kith and kin of the same clan of Vaishnava Sampradaya. Especially, I must not say, but it is not Srirangam, I can say it, between Parashara Bhatta and Vyasa Bhatta. That is a type of thing. And second, there is a conflict between Lokadeshika and Vedanta Deshika Siddhantas. And the third thing is between Pancharatra and Vaikhanasa. Pancharatra, Vaikhanasa, if somebody is not going to treat, you are going to face a very big disaster. Somebody they refused when I invited for one function. They told that we have nothing to do with Ramanuja, we have to do with Vaikhanasa. Then we were wondered, what is the comparison between this and that? If somebody is offered food, no, I only wear clothes. What is the connection between food and clothes? That is entirely different. This is for Adana and that is for Achadana. What is the connection between those things? Vaikhanasa is your Sutracharya. Like we have Ranayaniya, Apastamba and other people. So Ramanujacharya is a Sampradaya Acharya. They have been mispropagated or misconceived, they have automatically due to various reasons. One reason, somebody is spreading the message. Number two, very clearly somebody is not spreading the real message. So just as told by Plato, it is the contribution of negligence of the elite society which has resulted in the adulteration of politics, not by the evil elements. So somebody must take smaraye natu shikshaye with a lot of humility and decency. We have to approach those people and result something. They unanimously declare that they have nothing to do with Ramanujacharya. We must understand that 70% of the Divya Desams are occupied by Vaikhanasas. And Vaikhanasas, due to lack of their Pancha Samskara, because of their inherent stability is propounded in their own text, that they are inherently initiated by a process which we have to accept and respected by Agama Pramanya, also in Pancharatra Raksha. So we have to take them, even though if it is not there in the samskara of, it is not there in the samskara of this initiation through Shakha Chakrangana, the other mantra, Nama, Pundra, Dasya, they are not to be avoided. Only that Chakrankana is inherent. That is a prenatal or intranatal initiation automatically done by the genetic inheritance or by the genetic lineage of having the privilege of Vaikhanasa descendants. But it does not include the Pundra. They are not saying that we have been already put Pundra in our Garbha, so we did not put. They are putting that. So it automatically proves that they have connection with